World Archery's glaring spotlight focused on Utah and a hotly contested week of competition in the USA in Salt Lake City. Sharpshooters came from across the globe to toil in the scorching desert sun, all concentrating on each arrow, trying not to look ahead to the next match or the next opponent. But deep down inside, you just knew that all harbored hopes of making it to a medal match and dreamed of taking their place on the podium here at Stage 3 of the 2017 Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. Oh, it feels just like yesterday the outdoor season opened amidst the towering skyscrapers of Shanghai. Now, World Archery's best will shoot in the shadows of the towering Rocky Mountains. Whatever time of day it may be, wherever you may happen to be watching, ni hao, hola, bonjour, merhaba, konnichiwa, guten tag, annyeonghaseyo, privyet, shalom, dzień dobry, buongiorno, good day mates, and welcome to this third stop on Hyundai's 2017 Outdoor World Cup Tour, stretching from east to west, spring through summer and into the fall, leading up to the World Cup Finals in Roma. I am Carl Arke, your humble servant, thanking you for joining us for this first outdoor World Cup event in Utah and the United States since 2012. Let's take a look at our schedule for this morning in the morning session. We'll start off with the women's team bronze medal match, followed by the women's team gold medal final. Then it's the men's team bronze medal final, followed by the men's team gold medal matchup. So we've got some excellent archery on store for you this morning here in Salt Lake City, just outside the beautiful Easton Foundation Archery Center, just west of the downtown area in Salt Lake City. All right, let's show you how we got to where we are today. In Recurve women's team competition, they worked their way through the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and we're down to the final four right now. That means China and Mexico in the bronze medal match, and in the finals it'll be Korea and Chinese Taipei, two of the powerhouses in this sport going at it. And of course, in recurve team events, 3 archers per team. Each will shoot twice in each set. So that is 6 arrows per set, with 2 points going to the team that wins a set. If the teams tie, they split the set and each receives 1 point. First team to reach 5 total points or more wins the match. And of course, they are now shooting at 70 meters. Yesterday in compound, it was 50 meters. And of course, they're shooting at a target face that's 122 centimeters in diameter. The 10 ring, much, much smaller. Joined by Kurt Bevilacqua on our broadcast this morning. And Kurt, good to have you alongside.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Carl.
Nice and toasty warm, 82 degrees.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. Wind doesn't seem to be much of a factor to start, so can't ask for better conditions to shoot some archery.
No wind yet.
Yeah,
yet.
True.
Yeah, we'll hang on. All right, let's meet the team from the People's Republic of China. On your left is Cao Wei, Zheng Dan on your right, and Wang Li in the middle. Those 3 archers reaching this match by defeating Italy in a shoot-off in the quarterfinal and then falling to Korea 6-0 in the semifinal matchup. Now we'll take a look at their competition this morning, and this is the team from Mexico out there in the bronze medal match. Mexico this week in the quarterfinals, defeating the United States 6-2 in the quarters, and then falling to Chinese Taipei, took it on the chin to Taipei 5-1. Mexico falling by that score and reaching this bronze medal match. But what a powerhouse lineup this is. Aida Roman in the middle, Alejandra Valencia on the left, and Mariana Avitia on the right. And all 3 of these archers have a world of experience, Olympic experience. Avitia and of course Aida Roman having great success in London back in 2012. Before we get started, Kurt, 2 big storylines this morning. Taipei with a chance to get 2 gold medals out of this competition, just like Korea did yesterday in the compound. And the bigger story maybe is Kibo Bay, who is under the weather, not feeling well, and we'll have to see in this next match coming up, the gold medal match, whether she's going to be able to go.
Yeah, we'll see if she can be full 100% this morning. And with Chinese Taipei, like you said, they got a lot riding on today, can walk away here with a couple gold medals, which would be great for their federation. So we'll see how that match goes. But first, we got the bronze medal match, and it should be a good one between China and Mexico.
I think this is going to be an excellent match. We had a great day yesterday on Compound Saturday, and we'll recap that for you as we go along during the course of this morning and this afternoon sessions. Here's Cao Wei, the most experienced archer on this Chinese team, leading off and leading off well.
Great shot there, just broke the 10-line ring there.
Cao Wei. And Zheng Dan rings the bell with a 10. Zheng Dan, 25 years of age, and now Wang Li, who's 22 years of age. Both of those archers, this woman you're looking at right now, as well as the one who just shot, shooting really in their first medal match.
Yeah, and sometimes nerves get to you, and it might up there.
I can only imagine. Now, for somebody like Alejandra Valencia, this is another day at the office.
Yeah, drops a little bit of a 9 there, but she'll take it.
These first arrows, feeling things out.
Oh, correct, exactly. They had an hour to practice beforehand, but once you get on that stage, it's a whole different animal.
This is a whole different field right here. This field protected, for the most part, by the building itself. The last 15, 20 meters, it becomes exposed to the winds, and so we find out how that affects these arrows. So Mexico needing a 10 right here. And of course, we are using the set system. We'll explain that for you in just a moment. Aido Roman a little bit high.
A little bit of a concession to China. First 3 arrows from Mexico. Only a 1-point difference in favor of China.
Now there's 3 archers per team, as you can obviously see, each shooting twice in each set. So that's 6 arrows per set. 2 points going to the team that wins a set. If the teams tie, they'll split the set points, each receiving 1 point. And the first team to receive 5 total points or more will win the match. That is how we play the game. And right now, China playing it very well. A couple of 10s to get them started. That'll jumpstart you, Kurt.
Oh, yeah, and that X right there, that'll get the team going.
Zheng Dan with a direct hit. And should relieve some of the pressure from Wang Li. And she delivers a nice shot.
She'll feel good after that one, bringing it back after the 7 to start off the round.
Mexico with a chance, though, to tie this set, share the points, or possibly win the set. They'll need 3 straight 10s. Not going to happen. So now they need 2 10s to get a split. Mariana Avitia, fully capable of getting the job done. She was the bronze medalist in London in 2012 at that Olympic game. This time it drifts outside to the left. She'll make some adjustments. So the set out of reach for Mexico. It's kind of a free arrow for Aido Roman.
For that shot and show.
Do a little experimentation, see what happens, then come back.
It gives you a chance to feel things out a little bit more. Only her 2nd arrow on the stage, so still getting used to the nerves a little bit.
So they'll talk it over, as will the Chinese team. Conferring, exchanging notes, ideas, and getting some good advice from the coach, obviously. Hey, looking back at the previous stages, China, the team you're looking at here, of course, I think they had a different lineup in Shanghai, but China was able to win the women's team bronze medal at stage 1. And then at stage 2 in Antalya, just 2 weeks ago, it was Germany coming out on top. So China trying to get that bronze medal for the 2nd time this season.
There's a learning process here.
This, of course, the 3rd stage of the Archery World Cup Tour.
Everyone's
here in Salt Lake City, Utah,
Later in the afternoon, some of the experience that some of the students
where
will
the
get
temperature right now is 2 degrees Fahrenheit. I think, I'm not sure, Kurt, are you good with Celsius?
No, not quite. Not good at doing the conversion in my head, but it's definitely a little bit cooler than it's been earlier this week with temperatures reaching about 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It'll get up into 90-degree range this afternoon Fahrenheit, which is right in the 30 to 40 Celsius range, I believe.
Correct.
I'm sure if somebody out there is listening and watching, they'll let me know if I'm off target,
yep,
so to speak. So Mexico trailing early on in this match. Alejandro Valencia to lead it off. And Mexico still trying to find the range.
That one's close to the 8-9 ring. It looks just out for me.
Otters are correctly referring to as an 8 with an asterisk. Is because there is a small possibility that it might be the lower.
Of course, we'll get the judges' score after this round.
There's the 9.
Just inside the line. So Mexico picks up 9 points on that arrow. And Aida Roman, very cerebral, taking her time.
London 2012 gold medalist.
And it pays off.
Big pick up for Mexico there, getting a nice 10.
So a big shot for the 2012 silver medalist in London at the Olympic Games. Aida Roman coming through. And Mexico puts up 27 points, something for Cao Wei and her teammates to shoot at, and that is not what she had in mind at all.
Now, it looks like she luckily did break the line to get the 7, but not exactly what she was hoping for on that shot.
No, just by catching that line, she salvaged the shot. It could have been worse. And 8 does not help China's cause, although it is better than the 7, obviously. Now Wang Li, shooting in her first medal match. It's the best of the first 3 arrows for China here in the second set. So 3-point lead for Mexico, and they can shoot just consistently. And that's the kind of shot they need, Kurt.
Yeah, just need to keep it in the gold right now, and they can take this set, hopefully.
Mariana Avitia gathering herself. And it floats just a little bit high. Right now, there doesn't appear to be much breeze at all, so that is not a factor at the moment.
No, conditions seem great for the archers this morning.
And Aida in the red zone as well.
They leave the door open for China to take the second set after not strong first 3 arrows.
China is trailing.
China could bounce back.
They can certainly make that up with the next 3 shots.
With a 27, they'll fall 1 point short. 28 points on these next 3 arrows. There's a good start towards those 28 points they need. They could take this set, which would give them a commanding lead in the match. So an important 9. And a more important 10.
Yeah, huge shot there.
Zheng Dan. Opportunity now for China.
Who has been as consistent as any of these 3 archers for China so far. But Wang Li has had some impressive shots herself.
10 will take the set.
Almost got the 10.
Just outside, but we'll still tie the set and take a point.
Mexico's got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief right now.
Oh yeah, they could have been in a big hole down 4-0, which a little tough to come back from compared to the 3-1 deficit that they face.
That arrow, that last arrow by Wang Li, just out. Maybe a millimeter, maybe a centimeter.
Yeah,
makes all the difference. Instead of being down 4-0, Mexico still very much in this match, only trailing 3-1. They come back, win the next set. The match is tied at 3-all, and they know All of these archers have so much experience, each one of these. China, conversely, Cao Wei is the most experienced archer they have. The other two are newcomers. Sometimes that's a good thing. Maybe you're so new to it, you don't know to get nervous.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3-1 in favor of China.
Sometimes the less you know, the better.
I'm finding that out in life, Kurt. Yes.
Same here.
Kurt Bevilacqua, Carl Archie, with you here on Archery TV on a Sunday morning. At least it's Sunday morning in Salt Lake City. I'm not sure what time of day it is, wherever you might be watching. But we're glad that you're with us.
And with how the sets work, too, with Mexico, it's a clean slate for each set. You don't have to worry about how much of a deficit you lost the other sets in. Right now, you come back, shoot 6 strong arrows, and you can be right back and tie up this match.
Mexico will shoot first. Their last 2 arrows of the second set were both 8s. In fact, they had 3 8s in that second set, and that ended up costing them not as dearly as it could have. Beautiful shot by Alejandra Valencia.
Rarely X-ring. That's what Mexico needs. Put the pressure on China after these first 3 arrows.
Alejandra, who won a team silver medal and an individual bronze medal in Ogden 2012, the last time the World Cup Tour came to Utah and the United States. So the woman who truly believes she was born to win steps up. Backs it up.
Just breaks the line, and nice 28 to start for Mexico.
Aida Roman, the gold medalist, the World Cup final in Lausanne in 2014. Silver medalist in London, the Olympic Games, back in 2012. Ranked 18th in the world. Now Cao Wei. Cao Wei ranked 16th right now.
Picture perfect finish on that shot and results in a 10.
Cao Wei in 2016 picked up a team silver medal in Medellin. 2015 a team bronze medal in Wrocław as her teammate Zheng Dan has that shot drift off to the right just a tad. China shooting very well to start this third set. They need to keep pace with Mexico.
Then we'll take the lead.
9 leaves the score tied after the first 3 arrows of this third set. Good battle going on here in Salt Lake City to start Recurve Sunday. Another 10 by Alejandra Valencia.
She's feeling it now.
Comfortable, confident. Now needs some help from her 2 teammates. Mariana Avitia. Almost got it there.
Just dropped a little bit on the finish, but still a 9.
Now Aida, who has 10 World Cup medals on her resume.
Great form from Aida Roman.
So 3 good shots. 1 excellent shot from Valencia. But right now, it's an opportunity, and it is there for China. They can pick up 29 points on those next 3 shots.
And there's a start.
And there's the first step down the road towards wrapping up this match. Again, it only takes 5 points in match play. When we get to the individuals this afternoon, we'll bump that up to 6 points. Another 9. We're closing in. China trying to win its 2nd women's team bronze medal on the 2017 Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. They won 1 in Shanghai and 8 points, so they'll come up a little bit short. It's not over.
So just like that, tide changes in it. We go from possibly a 5-1 win for China there. Mexico ties it up at 3 apiece.
Mexico was on the brink of disaster right there. It was in the hands of Wong Li.
Yeah, which is, if you're Team Mexico, that's not exactly the situation you want to be, leaving it up in the hands of your opponent. You hope to close the door yourself, but they'll be happy with the 2 points.
So Mexico started off the match with 53 points in the first set, fell behind 2-0. Then they split the second set, each team scoring 52 points. Score went to 3-1 in favor of China. And here in the third set, it's Mexico outscoring China 56-54 to tie the match at 3-all. So anybody's match at this point right now, Kurt, is up in the air.
Correct, and it looks like scores have been going steadily up as they become a little bit more comfortable with the nerves and being on stage. So expect to see high scores again here in the fourth set.
China's performed well under pressure. In the quarterfinals, they had to go to a shoot-off to defeat Italy. Won 26-24 in that shoot-off against Italy. So these young Chinese archers, along with Cao Wei, the veteran, have been tested. But of course, it's a different story here on this platform, this stage. As we head to the fourth set.
Back to the original shooting order now.
Tied at 3.
Shooting first on target number 1.
And Cao Wei, the 25-year-old who's been ranked as high as 16th in the world. That was earlier this season.
8 points.
There we go. Just had to find the right target.
Okay, please hold the line. The GOS is requesting that we hold the line.
Zheng Dan. A direct hit.
Great shot there.
Please hold the line until we have a chance to take care of the equipment problem.
Zheng Dan has had an 8th so far today, but when you look at her scores, Kurt, consistently of her, let's see, I want to say 7 arrows that she's shot so far, she's had just 1 8.
We'll make sure that the teams each receive the correct amount of time.
Apparently a timing issue, and so that's why the action has stopped. It was difficult. It was lost in translation, obviously. Our public address announcer, the great George Tekmitov, trying to get everybody to stand down, but I think the Chinese archer, Zheng Dan, was very focused on that target.
No, she was in a zone.
The shot.
Yeah, she was ready to go and showed she delivered a nice 10 there.
So they'll try to get the timing issue worked out. Of course, each team only has so much time to get their 6 shots off in each set.
Yeah, and that definitely plays a part with your team strategy of your order of your archers. You definitely try and put in that anchor roll, the third roll, someone that is capable and comfortable getting a shot off quick if need be.
It's interesting, China's gone with the youngster, Wong Li, and they've decided to lead off with Cao Wei. And it's it's just a judgment call on each team's part. The judge, or I should say the coaches for China, obviously must feel that Wong Li is fully capable of handling that spot in the lineup.
Yeah, even at her age, they have the confidence in her to deliver when need be.
Okay, at this time, we'd like the archer to please step to the line where they may start.
So now we're going to resume action. Just a momentary glitch. Small blip on the radar screen of life. And archers have to be able to handle just about anything that comes up.
Yeah, in this sport, you'll get it all thrown at you, so you got to be mentally ready for anything.
Talking about Zheng Dan's scores, she had a 10 on her first arrow. Her second arrow was a 10. She did shoot an 8th and came back with a 10. Then had a pair of 9s in the third set. Now has a 10 in the fourth set. And China has needed those shots from Zheng Dan. Here they sandwiched her 10 with 2 8s. So
yeah,
it's
again,
a great
that
opportunity.
8 points for Mexico.
Contagious, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a little run at 8s right now.
Mariana Avitia. With another 8. So now Mexico's in the position of having to get a 10 to keep this set even. Now, this could be the deciding set. Aida Roman has been asked to deliver on many occasions, and she delivers again.
Another clutch shot.
Coming through when her team needed it the most. So the score tied at 26-all in this fourth set. The match tied at 3-all. Do they put the asterisk up by it? Not yet. In all likelihood, it's an 8 for Cao Wei.
Yeah, it looks just outside next to the other 8.
The veteran relying upon her younger teammates, and Zheng Dan has, I think, unquestionably been the outstanding shooter for China so far today. Now Wang Li, the 22-year-old. Another terrific shot. So the 25-year-old Zheng Dan and the 22-year-old Wang Li coming through with big-time shots that may have Mexico on the ropes.
Mexico just has to focus on shooting strong shots of their own, not worry about what the Chinese scored.
Alejandra brought it down, brought it back up, took her time, got a good shot off. 40 seconds left for the next 2 shots, which should be enough time. Mariana Avitia wants to be quick, but she doesn't want to hurry. Another 9. So now a 10, another 10 from Aida Roman sends this to a shoot-off. Anything less, and the bronze medal belongs to China. She did it before. Can she do it again? Oh, it's just outside the 10 ring, and China will get the bronze medal by just that much. Wow, that was close.
Yeah, just by centimeters. She's just outside that 10 ring, and that's all it takes in the sport of archery.
Tremendous match, and give China all the credit in the world, especially those 2 youngsters, Wang Li and Zheng Dan. They came through in the clutch with those final 2 shots of the fourth set. Both of them scoring 10s, putting the heat, putting the pressure on Mexico. Mexico responded, had 3 very good shots, but all of them in the 9 ring. They needed that last one from Aida, and it was just out.
Yeah, just not enough from Mexico. Strong shooting, though, from both teams in this bronze match. And congratulations to China. And like you said, the youngsters were clutch on today's stage.
Youth definitely served, at least for China, here in the Rocky Mountain West, as China now has 2 bronze medals, 2 team bronze medals racked up so far this season on the 2017 Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. They won 1 in Shanghai to start things off on the season. Then they got to this match and were able to pull it out. Got off to a 2-0 start, led 3-1 midway through, saw Mexico come back to tie it at 3, and then it's China pulling away with a score of 54 in that fourth set to Mexico's 53. And China will take the match by the score of 5-3. So a good start on the day in this women's team bronze medal match. Once again, along with Kurt Bevilacqua, I'm Carl Archie, and we're glad to have you with us this Sunday, Recurve Sunday, here in Salt Lake City. Sun-splashed Salt Lake City, Utah. Better have that sunscreen on, because it is intense.
Yeah, not a cloud in sight most of this week.
Even down at Arches. Beautiful weather down there, they tell me. That, of course, one of the iconic figures here in the state of Utah. One of the 5 national parks in the state of Utah. Arches is one of them. Bryce is the other. Zion, Canyonlands, and what am I leaving out, Kurt?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I said those are the 4 that I always remember.
That's the 4 I remember, and I'm trying to remember the 5th one. I'll look it up. If only we had a device. If only we had a device.
If only we had that thing Google.
Yeah, that thing called Google and, you know, mobile phones and things of that nature. we might be able to get an answer. We will. It will come to mind eventually here. Now, the big story here as we get set for the women's team gold medal finals is, will Kibo Bay be out there, and will she be able to be effective? She has been under the weather all morning long. She was fine when she got to the archery center this morning, but then fell ill. Stomach virus, we're not sure, but they were working on her a great deal. And my feeling was knowing Kibo Bay and watching her for the last several years, she would tough it out, and I believe she is. She's out there right now on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, hopefully now being on stage, let the adrenaline kind of flow in a little bit, and hopefully you can overcome some of the illnesses that she's feeling.
Well, she is one tough cookie. I'll tell you what, she really was not feeling well. Even a half hour ago, I wandered over to the practice field, and she was bent over. They were working on her and doing everything they could to get her out there. And I had a feeling she would, just knowing how competitive she is. And she is, as we say in the States, she's going to cowboy up.
Yep, and last thing she would want to do is let her team down. And I think if anyone can do it and bounce back from something like that on such bad timing of feeling ill, it'll be her.
Great lineup for Chinese Taipei. Tang Yating on the right. On your left is Lei Xianying. And in the middle, Peng Xiaomao. Chinese Taipei getting to this gold medal final by defeating Colombia 6-2 in the quarters, and then Mexico 5-1 in the semis. Korea blanked Japan 6-0 in the quarters and blanked China 6-0 in the semis. So Jamie's son, Kibo Bay, Chong Hee-jin have been outstanding and tough. And this lady really showing some grit and determination. Kibo Bay out there under adverse circumstances, and we'll see how, if it affects her, and if it does, how much. Sarah Sonicson wasn't 100% yesterday, which takes nothing away from the gold medal that Andrea Marcos won in women's compound. But Sarah Sonicson had to battle. And Chung Hee-jin drops an 8 to open things up. The Olympic champion, who says everybody wants to talk to her now. She says, before I won that Olympic gold medal, there weren't that many people talking to me.
Everyone jumped on the bandwagon a little bit after.
Jamie's son, rising star for Korea.
Both Koreans making a couple sight adjustments there, going a little bit low.
And now let's see how Kibo Bay can shoot, and she's shooting well. 9.
Only a 24 though for Korea. Definitely leaves the door open for Chinese Taipei to take a little bit of a lead here on the first 3 arrows.
The 9 by Kibo Bay, the best effort for Korea on the opening 3 arrows. Tang Yating opens up with a 9. Now Lei Xianying, an outstanding team archer. And a great individual archer as well, but she veers off into the red zone, the danger zone. A 7, leaving the score up in this opening set. An 8 would give Chinese Taipei the advantage. And they have it with that 9. They go up by 2.
Seems like both teams still filling out the jitters here as gold medals on the line.
Peng Xiaomao with a 9. Chung Hee-jin gets closer and closer to that center circle. Jamie's son. Ranked number 4 in the world, catches that line. That'll count as a 9. A little bit relieved right there. She was able to shake her head and say, oh, okay, it's on the line.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Kibo Bay bangs one home.
opportunity here for Chinese
Big
Taipei.
10, and hopefully can ride the momentum into the next set as well for Korea.
Now things are getting interesting. It's heating up.
Finally getting a couple in the 10 ring.
Almost a decade ago.
Lei Shen Ying trying to match the 10 by Tanya Ting.
Okay.
Caught a 9 line. Chinese Taipei in excellent position to take this set right here. But they need a big shot from Peng Xiamao. Just what the doctor ordered.
Strong shot and a strong start for Chinese Taipei here in the gold medal match.
Two big heavyweights in the sport of women's recurve archery. Chinese Taipei really on the come these days, and we've seen it for the last couple of years, Kurt.
Yeah, correct, and no surprise that these two teams are here fighting for the top spot at Salt Lake City World Cup.
Chinese Taipei really making their statement. Last couple of years, Tanya Ting, of course, has been very, very dominant in mixed team competition, along with her teammate Wei Chun Heng, whom we shall see a little bit later on. And of course, Tanya Ting has been outstanding in her own right. Went to the Olympic Games last summer in Rio, picked up a team bronze medal there, has 14 World Cup medals on her resume so far, and only 23 years old. Tanya Ting ranked as high as 2nd in the world this past spring, now is 6th in the world. But you're seeing some of well, of these 6 archers, 4 or 5 of them are in the top 10 or 15 in the world rankings.
Yeah, you're seeing some of the top archers here in this gold medal match. And if you're looking and tuning into the sport today and trying to figure out some top-notch archery, these are the girls to watch.
Of course, Korea's been on the come in compound archery. And yesterday they did something Korea has never done before. They won gold medals in both the men's team compound gold medal match and the women's team compound gold medal match. It was a sweep for Korea in compound.
Yeah, something we're used to in recurve, but now they're coming on strong in the compound discipline.
Chong Hae-jin throws down the gauntlet with a 9. Now Che Mi-sun. You know, it's interesting. When Korea falls behind, that just seems to bring out the best in Korea. Chinese Taipei taking a 2-0 lead in the match, but Korea now trying to come back, get the equalizer as Kibo Bay with a firm grip on that bow. Lets it fly. Veers right.
Gets away from her a little bit. But her teammates with a strong 10 and 9 to have a 27 to start this set.
On her first 3 shots, Kibo Bay under the weather, not feeling well at all, has had a 9, a 10, and an 8. Now, Tanya Ting with a 9 to start this set for Chinese Taipei. Lei Shen Ying.
Okay, 10.
Mission accomplished for Lei Shen Ying. A lot of credit goes to this young lady, Peng Xiamao, with another 10.
Taipei dialed in now.
You watch Taipei, they appear to be more like Type B personalities. Calm, cool, collected, highly competitive though. This is a great match between the 2 heavyweights in women's recurve. Korea and Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, Korea's got their handful. Don't want to fall down to 0-4 in this match.
Che Mi-sun
8 out the top.
would like to have that one back. But communicating with her teammate is Kibo Bay. Fighting off a stomach virus of some sort. Also lands in the 8 ring. Actually, they'll give her a 9, excuse me. She is battling through. Korea with 53 points in the set. Tanya Ting on the hunt, trying to lead the way for her two teammates, Lei Shen-ying and Peng Xiamao.
Okay.
A surprising 7. But all is not lost. And 8 would split the set. Anything better by Peng Xiamao, who had a 10 on the final shot of the first set, and comes back with another 10 on the final shot of the second set. And she has put her team in great position.
Yeah, from that anchor spot, you can't ask for anything better than a nice X right in the middle.
There doesn't seem to be a, well, there's not a weak link on either one of these teams. But you look up and down the lineup for Chinese Taipei, you know about Tanya Ting, you know about Lei Shen-ying. Peng Xiamao is one of the new faces on the scene, and so she's a little bit of an unknown, but boy, is she getting it done today. Of her 4 shots, 3 of them have been in the center circle. The only other one has been a 9.
Yeah, she's been shooting strong all week, especially in the team discipline.
Kibo Bay, you look at her scores, a 9, a 10. She did have an 8, but she also has a 9 in there as well. So she's held up her end of the bargain.
Yeah, given the conditions, she is shooting strong and doing what she can for her team.
Right now, Korea's on the ropes. Chinese Taipei has got them on the ropes, got them on the run a little bit, taking the first 2 sets by the score 55-52 and then 55-53. Just been an arrow here, an arrow there. And it's really kind of interesting when you look at it, Kurt, because Chinese Taipei did have that 7 in there in the second set, and they're still able to win.
Yeah, that's what having that 29 to start with, the 2 10s and the 9, give you a little bit of a breathing room at the end of the set. But if any team can come back from down 0-4, it's these Korean women.
We have seen it on numerous occasions. The Olympic gold medalist. In fact, she won 2 gold medals in Rio, but not with shots like that. This is a little bit unusual. Something got away there. Chong Hye-jin, as surprised as anybody, I'm sure. Now, Jamie Sun.
9 points.
Really needed a 10 to try to counterbalance that 5.
Yeah, not much more room for error. They're going to have to dig out of this hole a little bit.
In fact, their fate may have been sealed by that 5, but Kibo Bay will soldier on. And I do mean soldier on. It is very warm here in Salt Lake City. She is not feeling well at all. And she's doing her best for her team, her country, as is Tanya Ting.
5 more of those, and we'll call it a day for this.
And that's all Taipei needs to focus on, just shooting their strong shots, staying in rhythm, timing-wise, and not worry too much about the 5 that Korea shot.
Another 9. Now they don't have to be spectacular, they just have to be solid. Bit of a focus and the concentration.
And they'll take that any day.
She didn't move after she released that shot. She just kept her focus on that target. And great follow through.
Textbook finish.
9, 9, and 10 for Chinese Taipei. Meanwhile, the wheels are sort of coming off for Korea right now.
Yeah, she's been drifting right for most of her shots.
Got to imagine it is tough for these Korean archers after the Olympics, which they point towards so much and had such a great Olympiad down in Rio. Now they come back. It's the year after the Olympics, plus they have to also go through their selection and qualifying process just to make their national team, which is grueling from what I hear.
Yeah, sometimes just to make the team that comes to these World Cups is tougher than competing in the World Cup itself.
What a great shot by Kibo Bay. Terrific shot by Kibo Bay to end her day. in all likelihood, unless the wheels all of a sudden come off for Chinese Taipei. And just as I say that, Tan Yating, who would have expected a 6 from Tan Yating in that situation?
Especially with the way she's been shooting.
So now they need at least 2 8s. They get 2 8s, they'll split the set. There's 1. Now they need another 8 or better.
A little more nerve-wracking than Chinese Taipei hoped, but still got fate in their own hands.
She's come through before. Can she come through again? She does. She gets the 8. They tie the set. They split the points, and it's enough to give Chinese Taipei the gold medal here in Salt Lake City at stage 3.
Made it interesting there a little bit at the end, but still take home the gold, and doesn't matter how you get it sometimes, you'll take it.
We love the suspense. We love the drama. And I'll tell you what, really, when you look back and think about this match, the 2 things I'll remember from this match, Kurt. 1, Kibo Bay coming out here and playing hurt.
Yeah.
And playing well.
Yep. She shot excellent. She couldn't have asked for anything better given her conditions, and had mostly 9s in there, a couple 10s, an 8 drop from her, but given her condition, like you said, just a half hour before this match, she shot very strong.
And she battled. And she battled at the very end. I got all choked up about it. Shot that 10, even when the match appeared to be out of reach. She kept on competing and shot a 10 on her final shot. Got that one in there. The other memory I think I'll have of this match is the performance of Peng Xiamao, who was outstanding. She came through. Now, she shoots an 8. People will look at it and go, oh, she shot an 8. Well, she had to have that 8 to get this victory.
Yeah, just imagine being on that stage shooting for gold and knowing that you need that 8. But other than that, her shooting's been strong. Solid 10 count with a few of them X's.
And she finished the first set with a 10. She finished the second set with a 10. The third shot, she got the clincher. And you can't ask for more from the young woman who's been put in that position.
The coach will definitely be pleased with her shooting.
Now something's happening out on the playing field right now, and they've changed the score, so maybe this has all been premature. It may have been a premature celebration. It looks as though they've changed the score to 4-2, which means they would have given this set to Korea. And we'll try to get an explanation for you, but apparently we have celebrated too soon. And Korea has new life. A surprising, to say the least, turn of events. But the judges must have looked at an arrow as Jamie's son. And here you go. You give Korea new life. It is amazing to see what they can do.
Yeah, you got to shut the door when you get the chance.
They'd already celebrated. They'd already congratulated Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei was already celebrating the victory. Mentally, how tough this must be. Not for Korea. They're excited. They show it with 3 strong shots, 2 9s and a 10.
Yeah, for Chinese Taipei, especially given their last 3 shots weren't their strongest in the match.
All right, I'll see you, and I'll raise you. Or at least I'll match your 10. Now it's up to Lei Shenying and Peng Xiamao to do their part.
Mentally, there seems like no lapse at all for Chinese Taipei, even though, like you said, they got to relax, thought they won the gold, and had to come back here and shoot again.
That could be crushing to think you've got the gold medal, and all of a sudden they say, hey, don't go away. We changed the score, and so there they come back and they take the lead in this set. 29-28 with 3 really strong shots, 2 10s and a 9. And that speaks to their mental fortitude, their coaching. But Korea fighting still. Chung Hee-jin shaking off some tough shots early on in this match.
Now they're seeming to get in a little bit of a groove, keeping everything within the gold.
Jamie's son
9-10 line. Looks like it's
almost caught the line. Kibo Bay having to work even longer today.
Eight points.
So Korea vulnerable right now. But we have seen some shots go astray for both of these teams. Tanya Ting caught the line. Lei Shen Ying can set the table.
Another chance to close out here. Hopefully can be a little bit stronger than the last set.
Drifts high on Lei Shen Ying. So an 8 from Lei Shen Ying. Now the 20-year-old Peng Xiamao, ranked 20th in the world, needs an 8 to win it. And I'm going to hold off for just a second right now, Kurt.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Just wait till the judges call it down at the target.
Exactly. Let's make sure it's official. You know what? We just heard George say the same thing.
Smart man. Fool me once.
Yeah. Well, they're shaking hands, so I've got a feeling that it is over and that the match has been decided and that Chinese Taipei will walk away with a 5-3 win.
Well-deserved gold medal here for Chinese Taipei.
Yep, it is. Chinese Taipei. Taipei on top as they split this fourth set. Both teams scoring 54 points. Taipei with 2 8s to finish things off, but those 2 10s that started this fourth set, really, that's what told the story.
Yeah, and they've been starting strong most of the set, setting the tone, and gives you a little bit of that breathing room going into your last arrow.
So for Peng Xiamao, who did such a great job, 20-year-old was in that anchor position. She picked up the team and the mixed team gold in Antalya, and now she picks up a team gold medal here in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the United States.
Yep, age is just a number, and the youth coming in pretty clutch again here in this match.
So Tanya Ting, Peng Xiamao, and Lei Shen Ying teaming up to defeat Korea 5-3 in the women's gold medal match. So, as you look at the season overall, at stage 1, it was Russia taking the gold, the USA getting the silver. That was in Shanghai. And then at stage 2 in Antalya, it was Taipei winning the gold, Japan getting the silver, and here in Salt Lake City, Taipei again makes it back-to-back gold medals in women's team competition in recurve, winning the gold medal, and Korea getting the bronze. Now there's the setup for our men's team matches. Russia and Chinese Taipei in the gold medal match, which is yet to come. But we said it at the start of the broadcast, Kurt. Kurt Bevilacqua joining yours truly, Carl Arche, here on Archery TV. We said it was a chance, a great chance for Chinese Taipei to really cash in today.
Yeah, and that's the way to set the tone the ladies did there. And hopefully the rest of the team and the guys can ride that momentum and keep a strong showing for Chinese Taipei this afternoon.
We shall see what we shall see. And now we shall see the recurve men's team competition, the bronze medal match between Mexico and Malaysia, the team that you're watching coming out of the tunnel right now here at the Easton Archery Center. Malaysia, very interesting team. Malaysia this week going to a shoot-off to beat Great Britain in the quarterfinal and then falling to Russia 5-1 in the semis. And let's meet the team from Malaysia. Shooting for a bronze medal, Harul Anwar Mohammed, Mohammed Akmal Nur Hasri, and Haziq Kamarudin in the middle. Mr. Nur Hasrin on the left. And Malaysia, one of the stronger nations in the Far East, taking on the team from Mexico. Mexico this week Also going to a shoot-off in the quarters to defeat India by the score of 5-4. And then taking it on the chin in the shoot-off with Taipei, falling by the same score of 5-4. All right, let's meet the three archers from Mexico. One, Rene Serrano in the middle. Luis Alvarez on the right, and on the left, Ernesto Boardman. So it should be a good one. Mexico, a lot of experience in that lineup. Serrano, Alvarez, and Boardman. Mohammed, of course, and Cameroon have a world of experience on the world stage. Mohammed Akmal Noor Hasreen is the wild card. Have not seen him shoot before.
Yeah, we'll see again if it the nerves will get to someone for the first time being on kind of a stage like this, or if it's just free flowing, and the less you know, the better.
Mexico ranked 7th in the world as a team coming in to Salt Lake City, and they were 7th after the ranking round. Meanwhile, Malaysia was 13th after the ranking round and 14th in the world ranks. So they're trying to pull off a bit of an upset right here in this bronze medal match against Mexico.
Opening arrow
as Mohammed gets the party started with a 9.
Yeah, it just looks right outside the 10 ring.
Now the youngster Noor Hasreen. We'll get the jitters out.
Yeah, just a little shake in the bow arm, but still a 9. Just dropped a little low.
Cameroon.
9 points.
3 very solid shots that they'll take to the bank.
Here comes Mexico.
Now the veteran Juan Rene Serrano. 33 years of age, has been ranked as high as 4th in the world, and a little bit shaky, I thought there, Kurt.
Yeah, definitely. Seemed to hold just a little bit long. And one thing you don't want to do on this stage is get out of your timing and your rhythm.
Ernesto, the 24-year-old, ranked 17th in the world right now.
And it's 8 with the Pan American team gold medal.
Also in the 8 ring. Luis Alvarez. Shooting like a swashbuckling buccaneer.
Yeah, definitely strongest shot there for Mexico.
Despite that 10, though, Mexico trailing by 1 midway through the opening set. Men's team bronze medal match in Salt Lake City. Beautifully done. Almost got the spider.
Yeah, can't get too much closer to the center than that shot.
Khairul Anwar Mohammed, hoping he can get the same sort of result, but does not from his younger teammate Noor Hasreen. Mohammed Akmal Noor Hasreen, shooting for his first World Cup medal, only 21 years old. And the much more experienced Cameroon, who is 23 years of age.
Does leave the door open for Mexico here.
We'll see what Mexico learned on those first 3 shots.
8 points, so
Still searching. Mexico trying to win its first medal here on Recurve Sunday. The team from Mexico and the women's team bronze medal match came close, but fell 5-3 to China. Now the men trying to win a bronze medal here. They're really having to battle, at least here in the first set.
10 segundos.
Hit just a little shaky on both those shots.
This man has the only 10 so far for Mexico. Let's see, he can match that, and he cannot. So they were all over the map curve with an 8, 8, 10, 7, 9, 7.
Mentally, though, they just got to brush it off and go into the next set. Even though that they lose the set by 5 points, deficit doesn't matter. It's just 2-0, and they can come back and win the second set and hopefully tie it up.
So Malaysia jumps out on top. Look at their 1/8 round match against the USA. That also went to a shoot-off, Malaysia against the USA, and Malaysia won that one by a score of 28-27 in the shoot-off. And they were 13th in the qualifying round with a total score of 1948. Mexico 7th in the qualifying round with a 1963. Both teams have had to go to shoot-offs a couple occasions during this week in Salt Lake City, where it's been a little bit, well, it was really hot earlier in the week, but I think the bigger factor, Kurt, was probably the wind.
Yeah, once we got into the match plays, the wind really started picking up later in the week. Strong left to right, you could see the flags blowing on top of bales. Archers from all over the world had to deal with the circumstances, but strong shooting from both these teams so far in the team matches.
If you're just joining us, the women are done as far as the team competition is concerned. We'll have mixed team coming up later this afternoon. It was Taipei taking the gold medal, Korea the silver, and China the bronze. Now, the battle for the bronze amongst the men. And Mexico down 2-0 after dropping the first set 54-50. But that's the beauty of the set system. You can come back, win the next set. You're all tied up and back in the match. And that's a great start.
And that was a lot stronger of a shot from him there than his previous two on the first set.
Mr. Serrano, who in 2016 picked up a team silver medal in Antalya as well as Medellin. Ernesto Boardman, who had a good summer last year in team competition. Silver medals in Antalya and Medellin as well. And now Luis, ranked as high as second in the world back in 2013. Strong shot for the young man who in 2012 came to Utah, the last time that the World Cup Tour came to Utah in the United States. Of course, that was up in Ogden, Utah. And that's where Luis Alvarez won an individual gold medal. Khairul Anwar Mohammed.
That's a 6.
Ooh, feeling blue.
Yeah, not a good start there for Malaysia. Going to have to hopefully try and come back from that one.
Noor Hasrin.
8-9 liner, probably a 9.
Looks like a 9.
Yeah, it looks like that one just broke the line. Still going to need a couple 10s just to hopefully make up for that one off in the blue.
Noor Hasrin has been pretty solid in Cameroon, has been really good.
Just what the doctor ordered for Malaysia. Nice X.
Cameroon connects. So Malaysia still down by 3 points midway through this set as the result of that opening 6. Juan Rene almost got it in the 10 ring again. Ernesto Boardman.
Another 9 just right outside the 10. Mexico dancing all around the 10 ring right about now.
Putting enough points up there right now. In fact, a 10 right here would put this set out of reach. Alvarez.
10 will draw the match. It is an 8.
Instead, it's an 8. The door is still open.
So
Malaysia could tie or take the set.
We have an opportunity.
So, Khairul Anwar Mohammed. Ranked 3rd in the world back in 2013, currently ranked 24th.
A big bounce back from the 60 shot with a nice X.
25 years old, boy, he's experienced, and that experience paid off there. He was able to shake off that 6.
Yeah, you got to have short-term memory.
8 points.
So the 10 followed up with an 8. So this set will go to Mexico. The 10 here would still leave them 1 point short. Camarudin, who's had a 10 before. Good point, though, as Mexico shot just well enough in that set. And despite the 8 on the closing shot of the set, they're able to get out of there with a 3-point victory. Could be 2 points, depending upon how they score that final arrow for Malaysia. It's an 8-liner.
Yeah, Mexico able to keep 5 of their 6 shots in the gold ring, which will result in a solid score. Usually can take either a point or 2 within a set. Mexico also seemed to calm down just a little bit on with the nerves in that second set as well.
So a little bit of strategy being discussed right there by the Malaysian team. Mexican team, I'm sure, also comparing notes. Looking back on our World Cup season so far, at stage 1 it was Japan able to take the bronze medal in Shanghai. And then at stage 2 in Antalya, it was Japan once again taking the bronze medal. Today, though, it will not be Japan. It will be Malaysia or Mexico. The team from Malaysia making the long trip. Of course, most of these nations making a long trip. I'm often amused when I hear about teams in the United States, professional teams, college teams. Boy, that was a tough road trip. You know, we had a long flight, 3 hours.
Yeah, only changing 1 or 2 time zones, but these guys
If that.
going halfway across the world.
2 weeks ago, we were halfway around the world in Antalya, Turkey. And before that, Shanghai.
Even for some of these countries, adjusting to altitude changes and things like that.
That's a good point, Kurt. We are at about 4,200 feet in elevation here in Salt Lake Valley. And I would imagine there's going to be some adjustment for that.
Oh, definitely.
A little bit thinner air that these arrows are traveling through, and buffeted by winds that come across the desert. Can catch an arrow just at the last second.
Yeah, sitting in a valley like this, the wind can change at any given moment.
It's been remarkably calm this morning. It is right now. Just a gentle breeze. Should not be affecting. You wouldn't think it would be affecting these shots that much.
Now, so far, mainly a non-factor for the shooters.
Things have dropped off just a little bit here in this 3rd set. We're tied up at 2 apiece in the match. And Mexico trying to match the score of 25 points that Malaysia put up on their first 3 shots, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do that. Although, that being said, a 9 from Alvarez would get the job done. Luis locked in.
Also a lengthy shot, but better.
That's exactly what he does. He gets that 9 and ties up this set.
So it's all 25 apiece midway through this 3rd set. Could be a pivotal set. We'll see how it all turns out, but each of these teams trying to grab control of this match. And Mohammed
These 2 arrows as Mexico has to shoot their next 3.
comes up with a big shot. Got that 10 to go. Noor Hasrin has been solid so far, and more than solid that time. Got it on the line.
Yep, just broke into the 10 ring.
See that smile on his face? Says, I did my job. Now, Mr. Camarudin, you must do yours. Terrific shooting from Malaysia.
Big 10-10-10, and hopefully to try and take this pivotal set 3.
They just took all the pressure and put it right on the shoulders of the 3 Mexican archers. Juan Rene Serrano. And the set will go to Malaysia. There's no chance now for Mexico to tie and split. So Ernesto Boardman, let it fly, see what happens. Throw caution to the wind.
Take these couple shots to feel it out a little more, see if there's any adjustments you need to make.
And Boardman will take the final shot. Although, no, excuse me, it'll be Luis Alvarez. And Luis with a solid score, 10 points, but it's going to be not enough for Mexico as Malaysia forges ahead and takes a 4-2 lead in the match. They led 2-0 after the first set. Saw Mexico come back to tie it up at 2-all after the second set. Now after 3 sets, it is Malaysia leading 4-2. This would be a huge win. Well, yeah, obviously for either of these nations, but really for Malaysia it would be an outstanding victory for them.
Yeah, to get on the podium as a team, that'll be a big jump start for their federation.
You look at their lineup, Khairul Anwar Mohammed, 25 years old, but won a team silver medal in Medellin in 2013, the team silver medal in Shanghai in 2011, also an individual silver medal in Shanghai that very same year. So he is an accomplished archer. Noor Hasreen has been the wild card, and yet you look at his scores so far. He has had 3 9s, a 10, and 2 8s. So he's acquitted himself well.
Yeah, can't ask for much more from him. First time being up on a stage like this.
So Mexico backed into a corner. They got to come out swinging. And they need to shoot some great shots right off the get-go to get this set going.
Yeah, especially with the way Malaysia just finished that last set with the 10-10-10.
Serrano, the 33-year-old, who in 2007 won the individual silver medal at the World Cup final in Dubai. He's been there. He's seen it all before. Put up a respectable 9, and that will not help Mexico's cause at all. Boardman. One got away.
Yeah, unfortunate there. It's going to be tough for Mexico to come back from that one and hopefully tie this set up.
Full draw for a long time. Luis with a 9.
Yeah, Mexico just holding just a little long on those shots. A little shaky.
Right now, Malaysia's got to be licking their chops. Mohammed climbing the mountain. Now Noor Hasreen. Hoping to take home his first World Cup medal.
They'll take those 9s all day right now.
He's done his part. He has done his part. Kamarudin has as well. Kamarudin's had a pair of 10s so far. That one, though, an 8. And it's only a 2-point lead. Not insurmountable, but Mexico's got to get on it right now.
Yeah, they're going to need some 10s here.
Very shaky. Trying to hold it together, and not the result he was after.
Yeah, just really long, which then collapses a little bit on the finish, which results in the arrow just dropping low.
Boardman trying to atone for the 6 on his previous shot, and does so. Great comeback by Ernesto Boardman. That's the way you shake it off. With 2 seconds left on the clock, he releases and it splashes down in the 9 ring. So Mexico may very well be done for the day, at least with regard to this match.
Yeah. With the way Malaysia's been closing some of these sets, do it once more and we'll take home a medal.
We will see Mexico in the Recurve mixed team bronze medal match. And right now, a little bit of a hold up. As we're told, there's a little bit of an issue with the clock on the field.
Just builds attention just a little bit more.
Just a tad. Fans in the stands can work on their tans. Although I see a lot of umbrellas out there. It is warm, and this sun, especially at this altitude, is intense. Took its toll this week on some of the archers during the qualifying rounds.
Yeah, if you weren't reapplying that sunscreen all week long, you would have definitely felt the effects of the sun out here.
Need to stay hydrated. Here you can see the windsock and the flags now starting to pick up a little bit. That windsock perhaps the better indicator of what these archers are going off of. Now they're trying to read the wind. Not the spot, though, that Mexico was hoping to be in at this point. They'd come back and tied the match up at 2 apiece, only to see the 3rd set slip away from them. And right now, here in the 4th set, a 6, really the only blemish in that 4th set. Had it not been for that 6, they might be sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, they would have a very strong chance if it wasn't for that 6 to be tying this one back up.
Of course, you look at Malaysia, they had a 6 on their first shot of the 2nd set. So both teams have put up some scores that they'd like to have back, which is always the case. A little bit of a pit stop, working on that release for Hazik Kamarudin.
Make sure all the little set screws on everything are nice and tight.
Kamarudin, 23 years old, averaging 9 points per arrow. Picked up a team silver medal in Medellin in 2013 and a team silver in Shanghai in 2011. So between Mohammed and Kamarudin, those two have their share of medals. And the youngster, the 21-year-old Mohammed Akmal Nur Hasreen, excited about the prospects of picking up his first World Cup medal.
I don't think I've seen him stop smiling standing up on that stage.
You're right.
He's loving every minute of this, as he should be. He's shooting great.
I was going to say, yeah, you should. You should be having a ball. Ernesto, not so much right now. But we have seen stranger things happen.
Anything can happen in the sport of archery.
Yep. A miss, broken arrow, broken knock. All of a sudden, the complexion can change in a hurry. Saw it a couple of times yesterday on Compound Saturday. Malaysia starting off strong. On their stretch run, the 10.
Sets a tone for these last two shooters.
Khairul Anwar Mohammed with a 10. Hoping that he can make the job a little bit easier. This would be an upset. Remember, as we told you, Malaysia 13th after the ranking round, Mexico 7th after the ranking round. Mexico 7th in the world rankings, and Malaysia 14th in the world ranks. And there's a good look at the young guy, Nur Hasreen. He's just trying to take it all in.
Yeah, he's having a great time here in Salt Lake City.
I like this dry heat. And apparently another issue with our timer. The timing system, I should say. While we've got a moment, we'll bring you up to speed on what did happen yesterday on Compound Saturday in the Compound Women's Team competition. It was the USA taking the bronze medal, the Netherlands the silver medal, and the gold medal went to Korea. Chae Bo-min, So Chae-won, and Song Young-soo. In the compound men's team competition, France won the bronze medal. It was Italy settling for the silver, and the gold medal went to Korea. Chae Young-hee, Hong Sung-ho, Kim Jung-ho. Now back to the action with Noor Hasrin. Focused. Nice shot.
Delivers another in the gold.
And final arrow for Malaysia with plenty of time on the clock.
And I think realistically, that's probably what exactly Malaysia was hoping for from Noor Hasrin.
Yeah, they couldn't ask for anything more this afternoon.
Just keep things together. Let the big guns. Kamarudin. Can Kamarudin cash in? He can cash in. And that'll do it. Malaysia makes the long, long trip across the Pacific all the more worthwhile as they go home with the bronze medal. A very impressive performance, winning 6-2 in this men's team bronze medal match.
Yeah, it seemed like the Malaysian team felt comfortable. They stayed within their routine, stayed within their shot. Timing was great in Mexico. Just holding a little on to some of the shots and resulted in a couple errors going a little bit outside middle.
And nobody happier, I think, than Mr. Noor Hasrin. What could be better? You're 21 years old. You're in the USA shooting at stage 3 of the Archery World Cup Tour.
Jump on the podium now.
Now jump on the podium, get your medal, your saltwater taffy, and it'll be a good trip home. A long trip home, but a very good trip home.
Yeah, definitely. That flight will be a little bit more pleasurable having a medal wrapped around your neck.
So congratulations to the team from Malaysia. Also congratulations to the team from Mexico to making it to this medal match. Juan Rene Serrano, Luis Alvarez, Ernesto Boardman. And they'll pick up some World Cup points. They may not get the medal, but they'll get some World Cup points out here. And hats off to Khairul Anwar Mohammed, Mohammed Akmal Noor Hasrin, and Haziq Kamarudin. They are your bronze medalists here in the men's team recurve competition on Recurve Sunday in Salt Lake City. Carl Archie along with Kurt Bevilacqua, and we hope you're enjoying our live shot-by-shot coverage here on Archery TV as our crews put some fresh target faces up in front of the arch, which has become the iconic symbol for the state of Utah. Of course, Utah no stranger to hosting international events, Kurt. The 2002 Olympic Games, Winter Olympic Games, held here mostly up in the mountains in the Wasatch Mountain Range.
Correct.
I always try to encourage visitors, if you get here, go up to the Olympic site and get on one of those bobsled runs or a luge run.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Oh.
If you're in any kind of adrenaline junkie, yep, definitely make the trek over there. As well as, like you stated earlier, all the national parks, if you can ever get around to some of those, they're sights to see.
I did the luge about 20 years ago, and I'll just say this, it was an existential experience. I was happy to be alive when I got down to the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah, you appreciate things a little bit more.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. When you watch the Olympics, a lot of people say, oh, what's so tough about laying on a sled and going down the mountain? Give it a shot.
Yeah, you don't know until you do it yourself.
Kind of like shooting in a gold medal match at a World Cup stage. And that's what we have right here, a gold medal match between Russia and Taipei. The Russian team having a great week here in Salt Lake City, knocking off Korea in the quarterfinals in a shoot-off, and then defeating Malaysia 5-1 in the semis. Let's meet the team from Russia: Arsalan Baldanov, Artem Makhnenko, and Vitaly Popov on your right. The 3 archers for the Russian Federation. And we've already talked about this, but here it is, the opportunity for Chinese Taipei to make it not 1, but 2 team gold medals here in Salt Lake City in recurve competition. Chinese Taipei with a 5-3 win over France in the quarters, and then a 5-4 shoot-off victory over Mexico in the semis. Wei Chen Hung teaming up with Deng Yu Cheng and Peng Shicheng, trying to get that gold medal and make it 2 for 2 on the day for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, hopefully ride the momentum of their women's team earlier. And for Russia, when they defeated Korea, that can sometimes feel like a momental match for some teams taking out the Korean men. But they were able to mentally come back and win their semifinal match and make it here to the gold medal match.
This is the first men's team gold medal match that has not featured the team from Kazakhstan. We'll talk a little bit more about them as this match goes on. Right now, our focus on Chinese Taipei as well as the Russian Federation. The Russians on target number 1, Chinese Taipei on target number 2. And here we go. Taipei to take the first crack at it. Eight for Taipei. Another 8 for the two youngsters. Now the man who has won so many medals teaming up with Tanya Ting, also some team medals with his male counterparts. Wei Chun Heng showing him how it's done.
Picks up his teammates there with a nice 10.
And the Russian Federation team on target 1 now.
So the first chance for the Russian Federation. Beautiful, beautiful shot by Boldanov.
No doubt about that one.
Development program, and this is a result.
Comes out swinging. Now Artem Makhnenko, 21 years old, ranked 64th in the world. Nicely done with a 9. We'll see if Vitaly Popov can keep it going. He's 20 years old, so very young team. 2 21-year-olds, a 20-year-old, and 2 10s.
That young team shooting like they got nothing to lose here.
Well done.
So you get an inkling of how Russia was able to get to this gold medal match. They opened up with a 29 on the first 3 arrows. Chinese Taipei now in a position of having to fight back. Long hold. Good payoff, though.
Yeah, held real long there, but we'll take the 9.
Are the big prizes for recurve shooters.
Still leaves his team 2 with 40 seconds for 2 more archers.
Taipei battling back. And again, you look at their faces. Type B personalities for Taipei.
Yeah, they seem comfortable with the moment.
Oh,
And their shooting's showing it.
smoked it. Pair of 10s.
That was a big response after Russia started with a 29.
Wei Chun Heng giving Taipei exactly what they are hoping for, asking for, looking for from their leader. Boldanov could be on the line, just might be out. Have to wait and see.
Yeah, right on the line. We'll wait for the judges' call on that one.
They're at a higher pay grade than we are.
You're correct.
They get to make that call. Makhnenko with a 9.
Russia can clinch this set.
So now Popov. The 10, in all likelihood, would put this one away and give the set to Russia. It's a 9. So now we have to wonder about that shot that was scored in 8. It was the 4th shot of this opening set for Russia, and it was very close. Personally, I kind of think it was outside the line.
Yeah, it just looked a bit outside, but that was a little close for me to call.
So we will wait for the judges. If they change that from an 8 to a 9, Russia will have a 2-0 lead in the match. If they keep the score at 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Chinese Taipei.
It will be a split. And each team will have a point apiece.
Divide. All right.
Taipei becoming a power in the last 2-3 years on the world stage and recurve archery.
So we do a draw. 1-1.
Yeah, as a whole, their training as a team has really paid off with the results that they've been getting.
Started to see it first with the women, especially Tanya Tang, then the mixed teams, and now here they are. Their men's team is in a gold medal match. And that score has been ruled officially an 8. Both teams split the set, and they're tied at 1 apiece. So again, just that small margin makes such a big difference. And Taipei, despite a slow start, with 2 8s to open up the match. No real harm done. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, long hold. Maybe even looked like he shot through the clicker.
Peng Shi-Ching. Now Deng Yu Cheng. Much better. But that's 6. Tough to get over.
Yeah, it's tough to come back from anything out in the blue like that.
So far, Mr. Wei has had his way. First shot of the day outside the 10 ring for Wei Chen Heng.
Russian Federation team on target 1 with an opportunity here.
So the ball is in Russia's court right now, so to speak. Baldanov. Solid shot. That 9 will work, especially if Makhenko can follow it up with another equally solid effort, which he does.
Yeah, Russia will take it as long as keeping it in the gold like that.
Popov, the 20-year-old, ranked 71st in the world, keeps it in the yellow.
Yeah, 999 and gives them a 3-point lead.
That was what Russia was hoping for after seeing Chinese Taipei open up. And let's see how this young man responds. A little bit better, but still, after that 6, Chinese Taipei was hoping for more than 7 out of Peng Chi-Chia.
Yeah, he'll have to brush this off, just forget about those 2 shots and come back strong in the 3rd set.
Drops in at 10. Nicely done by Deng Yu Cheng. But starting to get the feeling that if Chinese Taipei is going to stay in this man's going to have to shoot 10s from here on out.
That's just what he's doing.
3 of his 4 shots have been in the center circle.
For Russia, it's one thing having your opponent drop a couple errors, but you also got to get up there and still shoot your shot and still get the scores that you need to win this set.
Adding to their lead now, that's a 9.
That's 4 straight 9s for Russia. Actually, when you look back to the end of the first set, it's 6 straight 9s. They haven't had a 10 since their 3rd arrow. Both teams having a little bit of trouble finding that 10 ring. Chinese Taipei has had 5 so far, but it's those 8s and the 6 and the 7 that have put them in the position they're in right now. And Popov can put it away. Instead, is it an 8? Yep.
Looks like an 8, just broke the 9. Win the set by 1.
Dare I say it, 8's enough?
Yeah.
8's enough.
Win a set by 1, win a set by 3. It's still 2 points either way.
So Russia picks up the 2 set points and takes a 3-1 lead. Yeah, it's not about the style points.
Taipei able to find the center a little bit more. Just not as consistent with their scores and their shots.
Now, Russia's not going to be too picky about it. It's kind of like saying Giselle Bündchen has big toes or something like that. Overall, beautiful woman, and
yeah, beggars can't be choosers
no,
sometimes.
You know, we can overlook the big toes.
Yep.
And we can overlook some of the shots by Russia. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't offend anybody there. Hopefully they understood what I was trying to say. But yeah, they don't all have to be a thing of beauty. It just has to be enough.
Correct.
You don't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, and that's what happened for Russia.
Yep.
As they scored 52 points, a low score, and yet it's enough to beat the Chinese Taipei team that shot 2 10s on their final 2 arrows of the second set. Not enough to overcome a 6 and a 7.
Mentally for Taipei, they just hopefully carry over those 2 10s that they ended with and transition it into this next set.
Peng Shi-cheng still struggling. When he's opened up sets, he's opened up with 8, 6, and 7.
Yeah, it's just tough mentally to come back from that leading off.
And that leadoff spot is a tough spot. You're trying to set the stage.
Yeah, you want to set the tone for your team.
It's put Wei Chung Heng behind the 8 ball. Oh, man.
He's been delivering today, and then some.
He's a 10 machine. He's taken 5 shots, and so far 4 of them have been in the sweet spot. Baldanov. With a bold shot to open up this 3rd set for the Russian Federation. They have a chance to put the set away in the match.
That's the way that they need to start to do so.
Artem Makhnenko making it back-to-back 10s. Now Vitaly Popov. Determined look on his face, but not the result he was hoping for.
Yeah, it looked like a decent shot and got it off nice and clean and quick. But it's the way archery goes sometimes. The air just doesn't go where you want it to.
So Taipei not out of it. Not out of the woods, but not out of it. They've got to get a good shot right here. Instead, it's a 7 again.
It's just a mental wall now that he's just got to try and overcome.
Yeah, tough for that young man right now. Peng Shi-cheng. Deng Yucheng having his own struggles.
Yeah, and a 7 and 8, that's just not going to cut it to come back, I don't think, here.
Well, the old guy, 22-year-old Wei Chun Heng, trying to salvage things.
Like clockwork, another X for him.
Actually, it's a good warm-up for him as he gets set for this afternoon when he'll be in the Recurve mixed team gold medal match against Korea, teaming up with Tanya Ting. So the Federation marching towards that gold medal, and a 7 will get the job done. Popov can do the honors.
He's got plenty of time too left, just over 20 seconds.
Is it? Gets the 9, more than enough to win, and Russia is your gold medal winner here in Salt Lake City at stage 3.
Yeah, just more consistent shooting from Russia top to bottom. Not as many 10s, but a ton of 9s, and it got the job done today.
And there's a lot of youth on that Russian team. As we said before, Baldanov, 21 years of age, ranked 40th in the world. Then you've got Artem Makhnenko, 21 years old, ranked 64th. And then Popov, who's only 20 years old, ranked 71st in the world. But good enough shooters and consistent enough, you put them all together, and this is what you get. You get the bows in the air, and you get the gold medal around the neck.
It all comes together, and that's what it did today. It probably won't be the last time we see these three together like that with their ages.
So the Russian Federation joins Kazakhstan and Italy as men's team gold medalists here on the Archery World Cup Tour this summer through the first 3 stages. At stage 1, back in Shanghai, which seems like a long time ago right now, but Kazakhstan shocked everybody. Came out of almost nowhere, won the first World Cup medal in that nation's history, defeating Korea in Shanghai. Korea getting the silver there. And then at Konyaaltı Beach in Antalya a couple of weeks ago, it was Italy defeating Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan getting back to the gold medal match. And so a lot of credit goes to the team from Kazakhstan for getting to 2 gold medal finals and winning one of them.
Yeah, it was a Cinderella story so far this year for Kazakhstan with a gold and silver.
That's the beauty of World Cup archery. You can never be sure what's going to happen. We weren't sure today when we got to the field and found out that Kibo Bay was not feeling well, was under the weather. We weren't sure whether she was going to shoot or not, but she did. She battled, and she helped her team win a silver medal. So all the credit in the world to her for toughing it out.
Yeah, it just shows what kind of competitor she is coming out here and performing the way that she did earlier.
And Chinese Taipei had a chance to take 2 gold medals, but they ended
ceremony
up
for the
earning a
Recurve
split in terms of gold medals. They'll take 1 gold medal and 1 silver medal in team competition back home to Taipei.
Not too shabby at all.
Nope. So on this gorgeous day, blue skies, not a cloud up in the sky. The women's teams on hand for the presentation of the medals. Mr. Bruce Cole, along with Denise Parker.
1988 Olympic medalist.
Denise, of course, from Salt Lake City, Utah. Went to the Olympics in 1988 in Korea. Brought home a medal. Now is the CEO of USA Archery. She and Bruce Cole, who has put Yankton, South Dakota on the map.
Bronze medal representing the People's Republic of China.
Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, with the Easton Foundation up there, and with also the NFAA, right? Correct, is stationed up there. So yeah, before that, I didn't know where it was.
I think a lot of people in the world found out when they had the World Youth Championships there in Yankton.
Wang Li.
South Dakota, another great part of the United States. I've got to get back to the Dakotas one of these days. I got to get back to Mount Rushmore. I've never seen it.
I've yet to be there myself. Definitely on the list.
Yeah, it is on the list. Hopefully not the bucket list, just the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to China for coming through and picking up the bronze medal here in Salt Lake City.
Along with some tasty saltwater taffy.
Yeah. That'll help that trip home.
Yeah.
Go a little bit faster. Zhao Wei, Wang Li, and Zheng Dan. Zheng Dan really impressive, I thought, for this Chinese team today.
Oh, great shooting from her. Helped secure her team the bronze medal.
Hit some big, big shots.
Yeah, especially when her team needed
Silver
her to.
medal representing the Republic of Korea.
And they had to defeat Mexico to get that bronze medal. Korea, a courageous performance, especially by the young lady on the right, Kibo Bay, who teamed up with Chung Hae-jin, Chae Mi-sun,
Choi Mi-sun.
and here's Kibo Bay, who I'm sure will love to get that medal and head back to the hotel, lay down, put a wet washcloth on her forehead, and just take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, she's probably feeling pretty good right now to be done with the shooting for the week and be able to recover.
I don't believe she's in the mixed team this afternoon. Let me take a quick look at our lineup for mixed team. No, she was not scheduled to be. It'll be Chung Hae-jin, who will be back this afternoon. Young lady on the left, waving at the cameras.
Shot amazing in qualifications also earlier this week.
what was it, 683, I believe?
Correct, yeah. Just shy of the world record.
And I think it exceeded the men's best score.
Yeah, I think she was the best on the field, possibly.
In fact, you know what? I've got that information right at the tip of my fingers here. And yeah, Chung Hae-jin at a 683. On the men's side, Im Dong-hyun, her countryman, had a 680. So she did have the best qualifying score of the week. It's amazing what winning a couple of gold medals in Rio might do for your confidence.
Yeah.
And of course, your gold medalists from Chinese Taipei, Lei Chen-ying, Peng Chia-mao, and Tan Ya-ting. Tan Ya-ting shot the way you expect her to. Lei Chen-ying, the question, the X factor was Peng Chia-mao, and she came through with flying colors.
Yeah, as the X factor, she shot well, and that's resulted in them being at the top of the podium right now. And mentally to be able to be strong, thinking that they won the match originally, and turns out they lost the one set and then come back and win that set regardless the next one.
Taipei gold, Korea silver, and China bronze in women's team recurve competition here at the Easton Archery Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Let's see how many archers we can cram onto the top of a podium. Great example of the sportsmanship that exists in the sport of archery.
Yeah, all these competitors travel together, see each other week in, week out, and everyone wants to see each other shoot their best. It's one of the many things I love about the sport.
Deep respect between these nations, these teams. Chinese Taipei, Korea, fierce competitors when they're on the shooting line, but after it's all over, a lot of respect, a lot of admiration, a lot of friendship.
Correct.
Have a moment, want to thank our great crew, World Archery, for putting all this together, doing such a great job staging these events. Salt Lake City, Shanghai, Antalya, and in August it'll be Berlin, followed by Rome in September. The World Championships in Mexico City come October. And hats off to the crew here at the Easton Foundation Center. The volunteers, everybody from Greg Easton on down has done an outstanding job. Inside that building, they've had a wonderful setup for the archers this week. Big plush chairs and couches, big screen TVs, what, hacky sack?
Yeah, they had the cornhole, the ping pong,
video games.
Yeah, play Xbox and on the TVs, take a quick nap on those sofas.
It has been a really, I think a lot of the archers will say, yeah, it was hot and it was windy out on the field, but boy, oh boy.
Accommodations, couldn't ask for much more.
The archers were accommodated very well this week. That Western hospitality.
Yep. I mean, a state-of-the-art facility like this one that Easton's got. If you're an archer and you're ever in the area, definitely come by and check out all the things that they offer here at the facility.
And speaking of Greg Easton, there he is on the left, flanked by Mr. Tom Dillon in the dark suit on the right. Tom Dillon, of course, the World Archery Secretary General on hand. And he, along with Greg Easton, who's on the IOC board.
Bronze medal representing Malaysia.
Will help to hand out the medals. Malaysia, very, very happy with their performance here today. Pulling off an upset. Mexico, on paper, the higher ranked team.
Azik Kamarudin.
But you throw those numbers out when you get to the middle matches and get up to the shooting line. Malaysia did just that.
Yeah, they didn't worry about rankings or underdogs or anything. They just went up and shot as well as they could, and it resulted going home with a bronze medal.
Malaysia took a 2-0 lead in the match. Saw Mexico catch them at 2-all, and then Malaysia took the next 2 sets to win the bronze. So congratulations to Azik Kamarudin, Khairul Anwar Mohammed, and Mohammed Akmal Noor Hasreen. Young man with the ever-present smile. Look at that smile.
Picture perfect.
Congratulations, guys.
Chinese Taipei.
Great job by Malaysia. And Chinese Taipei, a great learning experience. First of all, let's just say this. They got to the gold medal match.
Yeah, you don't just get there by accident.
No. It didn't go quite as well as they had hoped it would. The 2 younger archers, learning experience for them.
Yeah, there's definitely a silver lining. You have things to go home with, and can understand for the next time you're on that stage. And as a consolation prize, getting a silver medal, you're not going to complain.
And Wei Chun-Heng was outstanding, shooting the way we've come to expect him to shoot every time out, and we'll see him again in the mixed team competition this afternoon, going for another medal.
Yeah, and if he shoots that way in the gold medal match for that, it'll be tough to beat.
That is a tough mixed team from Chinese Taipei. Wei Chun-Heng and Tan Ya-Ting. Wei Chun-Heng having to say, hey guys, look this way. This is the way. Camera's over here. Smile. Show them the medal. They're learning. It's all part of the process.
Yep.
Yeah, it is the little things, isn't it?
Yep.
Arsalan Baldanov.
Tall is the Red Rock Arch behind them. The team from the Russian Federation.
Artem Makhnenko.
Baldanov, Makhnenko, and Popov.
Vitaly Popov.
3 very young athletes who are dominating in their match against Taipei. They split the first set, but only by the narrowest of margins, and then pulled away, winning the next 2 sets to win the match 5-3, or excuse me, 5-1, I believe.
Correct. Yep. They just shot very consistent throughout the whole match. Was able to take advantage of a couple lower errors from Chinese Taipei, resulted in a gold medal for them.
Baldanov, Makhnenko, and Popov. Gold medals. Russia the gold, Taipei the silver, and Malaysia the bronze. Here on Recurve Sunday in Salt Lake City, Utah, stage 3 of the 2017 Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. Looking at Wei Chun-Heng, he has a chance for 2 more medals coming up this afternoon, as does Tan Ya-Ting.
Yeah, and like I said, the way he's been shooting, he probably will pick up a couple more medals in his collection.
He could go home with 3 medals from Salt Lake City, and the same could be said for Tan Ya-Ting, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, just to recap what happened this morning in the Recurve team competition. On the women's side, it was Taipei taking the gold, Korea the silver, and China the bronze. And in men's competition, the gold goes to Russia, the silver to Taipei, and the bronze to Malaysia. So that's how things shape up after our opening morning session here at the Easton Archery Center, just outside Salt Lake City, Utah, crossroads of the West. Well, it's time for us to take a break right now. We'll be back in about 2 hours from now. Yeah, about 2 hours from now, a little bit more than that, maybe 2 hours, 5 minutes. And we'll be back with the mixed teams and then the individual medal matches. Korea will take on Chinese Taipei for the mixed team gold. That means Wei Chun Heng and Teng Ya-Ting will be going for 2 more gold medals. Chae-Mi Sun will fight for the women's bronze medal, and then we'll have a battle of the titans, Teng Ya-Ting versus Chang Hae-jin for the women's gold medal. In the men's gold medal match, it'll be Im versus Kim. Im Dong-yeon going against his teammate Kim Woo-jin. So a great lineup of action coming up this afternoon. We'll also see more of Chae-Mi Sun. Alicia Marin from Spain is in the bronze medal match for the women. It'll be fun to watch her. And Marcus de Almeida from Brazil as well. It's all coming up here at Stage 3 of Hyundai's 2017 World Cup Tour, coming to you live and in color from the Wasatch Front in the USA's Rocky Mountain West, Salt Lake City, Utah. For Kurt Bevilacqua, so long from Salt Lake City.
Wow.